Hello. Okay, so this is the first game of the tournament. It is Aidan versus Josh, and Josh is in the white, and Aidan is black. So, yeah, let's see here. We got e4, King's Pawn opening, completely classic, no problem with this. Always knight f6, it's just my favorite move. I play it often because it stops wayward queen, it stops wayward queen, and it also... it attacks the pawn. But, pretty much anything here is good. Yep, that's fine. Classic king pawn opening. Really nothing too extraordinary here. And, okay, yeah, king knight variation. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Obviously putting pressure on the pawn here. And, either, having something protect the pawn, like this pawn or this pawn, or having the queen protect the pawn even, or having this knight protect the pawn, some different moves here. So let's see which one he does. Okay, knight protecting the pawn. I probably would have protected with one of my pawns. But it's fine. It develops the knight, which is good, better than the pawn, honestly. So that's fine move. I don't have too much of a problem with that. Let's see what happens next. Okay, that's interesting to me. I don't really see the benefit to that. I mean, I'm sure that Josh had some plan here, but I don't really think it's going to work out. Because, I mean, I really don't know what he's going for. Unless he thinks that maybe somehow Aidan would get this pawn out and then get this, here, and then move this out, and then move the bishop, bishop there, and then, but, there's really nothing here. Or, I mean, I don't know, or try to do, that, and then that, with the queen. I'm not sure what the plan was here, but whatever it was, it's fine, I don't love it, but it's whatever. Okay, that's interesting. I don't see much benefit in that, because... It's a free pawn, right? It's taking and then the queen takes, of course. But, if the queen takes, there's nothing protecting that pawn. So I really don't see the other than the queen. And then at that point, unless he's trying to go for this rook, if he's trying to go for the rook, then that's fine. It makes sense because it blocks this and also blocks that. Because it's a free rook then, and also it's check. So, I mean, it's a fine move. I don't hate it. It's whatever. Yep, obviously taking, and, not taking with the queen, but instead moving the, moving the knight here. I'm kind of flabbergasted by this move. So he moves the knight to try to fork, right? Because he's forking on the pawn, forking on the bishop, and also this pawn. But not really at all. It only really attacks this pawn because obviously if he takes there, obviously if he takes here, there's that, and obviously he takes here, there's that, which is free. So I don't really see too much of an idea in this unless he just really wants that pawn out of the way, which also he already could have taken. I don't see the benefit in that, but whatever, that's fine, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, Josh castles, which I guess makes sense, because he did move out his bishop and his knight, so it makes sense he was trying to castle, but I don't really see the benefit in that, because currently he has a free pawn. That pawn is free. There's nothing protecting it. And it also develops the knight more. So there was a free pawn there. Definitely should have taken, or at least if he wanted to protect with that to try to stop that, well, definitely it would stop the queen. But he could have done better moves here. I mean, this is okay. I don't hate it, but castling probably wasn't the best move here. Oh my goodness, what? Okay, that caught me off guard. Okay, I guess the plan here is to try to pin this knight. But the knight isn't pinned, because obviously you don't want to lose the queen, right? But there's this now, which forces it back, and if it takes, bishop for knight is not good. Like, you want your bishops more than your knight. So, that's such an interesting move. And also, and even if, actually, no, there's even, and it's not even, like, a good pin either, because if there's literally just, hold on, if there's this, and then, I guess there's only too much there. There's this, then that also, and then, so that's protected. Even if you wanted to lose, there's just I don't really know what I was going on there about there, but like that's really just not a good pin. What? Okay, so Josh does not try to end the pin. He is just going for this knight, which would be fine, but this bishop is still right here. The knight can take the bishop, and it's a free bishop, and not a free bishop because the knight is taken. But like there's really, I don't really see a point in that. And and even if he wants to do that, which is fine, I had no problem with that. I just it's still like there's just no point in that. Josh, not a great move for Josh, but. What? Okay. Josh is now Josh has the winning position by so much. Oh my goodness. What? Okay, so Aidan moves back the knight. I don't know. I really don't know why. I mean, well, I do because he was trying to stopping that, obviously. But but this knight is literally vulnerable now. There's this, which isn't the best move. But there's this. There's literally bishop b5, which is check, and then the only thing it can do is that. Well, I mean, technically, you can also do the queen here. You can do the. Not. I just did not mean to do that. You can do that, and then you can move the queen, right? But that's still a free queen, man. That's a real interesting move. Actually, no. There's also this, which is fine. But then even after that, you can still take the bishop, which it's a free bishop, it's a bishop trade. But that's fine, because he has the winning position by far. So that was just a flabbergasting move by Aidan there. Does Josh take advantage? Okay, so Josh does not take advantage of it. He still has the winning position here, absolutely has the winning position, but he does not take advantage of Aidan's mistake here, and at this point. What Black has is this again. This is still free. He just hasn't taken this pawn for whatever reason, but it's still free, and it also okay. Take the pawn, right? And there's that, and then there's that, and then there's not only and then there's that, which obviously gives the queen that way or that way. But if he built more defense, for example, if he gets his knight out there, and then what? That's not really easy to find. Well, if he gets a knight there, and then there, let's say this pawn moves, and then, but there is stuff, there's things to do. So there's really just not. It's a very interesting move. I really don't know why he hasn't taken this pawn yet. It's a free pawn. There's really nothing to lose here. Okay, that's not a great move because, obviously obviously what he's trying to do is try to get the knight to move, which why would you do that? Because if the knight moves, then the bishop can take the other bishop. It's literally free. Why would you ever want that? So, okay, let's see what happens. Okay, obviously the knight moves, which is obviously, the best move. And then, okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so instead of taking that bishop, which is a fine move, right? I would take the bishop. It's probably a good move. But he instead puts this pawn here, to try to protect the bishop, right? Which seems like, whatever move. But this is now here, and if it's that, it's take, and then it's up material. Josh is already up material, but he's going to be up even more material after this. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what he didn't. Oh my gosh, I don't know if he didn't see it, but Josh did not take the bishop, which is fine, I guess. He still has winning position here, but he's trying to force the bishop back, which makes sense, I guess. But if the bishop goes back, right, the bishop can go back there, which stops this, which I don't think Josh even sees. But yeah, that stops that. It stops check, which is a good thing, So, well, let's see what. Okay. Ooh, yeah, okay. I don't love that move. See, it obviously attacks this piece. It puts pressure on that piece. It protects the knight if he was worried about the bishop taking the knight, which I don't know why you would be, but because already protected with this pawn. But whatever. It's a fine move, but again, Josh still has this. He still has check. And, if he does that queen just isn't there now. That's not even an extra option, because before the queen could do that. But now the queen can't do that. So, what? Why? I just don't see the benefit in that, right? But whatever. Does Josh see the check? No, of course not. He takes the bishop, which, again, it's a fine move. It was a bishop. It was a bishop that was free, and he took it. Which makes sense. Well, it wasn't free, but, he took it. Which is fine, but now he has to decide, Aidan has to decide between taking this pawn, which, why would you? Because there's literally a queen right there. But, obviously, he's not going to take the pawn, right? Or, even to move the queen out of the way, he could take the knight, which is free at this point. So, yeah, this is an interesting position, right? Let's see what Aidan does. Okay, yep, takes the knight. Reasonable. That's probably what I would have done, honestly. That's a pretty reasonable move. There was still this, which puts pressure on the queen, and the queen can't take because of the pawn right there. But then there's that, and then there's that. So, it's still an interesting position. There's also this pawn, which, can go against the queen. Anyway, yeah, so there's this, which, why would you ever do that? Because that's check. This is check, and then there's that. But at this point, because this pawn is now not here, what happens? Because that's check, right? He can't, oh, wait, no, because that queen can literally just take. So, yeah, that's definitely the best move. And if Aidan does not see this queen here being able to take, he could easily gain a queen. So, let's see what he does. Okay. I don't. Ooh, that's, it's not a great move. See, okay. What there is now is there is check with the bishop. Because there's bishop check, right? He has to either move here or there, right? And if he moves here, right, there's, what there is, there's probably, you can do this, and then try to put pressure on this pawn, and then you can, there, and if the pawn goes there, there's still, and then you have this, which is that, and then you can take, because remember, the bishop is here, and then that's there, right? And then there, and then there, and then, yeah, so and then after that, you can put that there, because it's safe now. Well, not actually, it isn't safe. Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunities here with the bishop, and also both the rooks are still here. You could do that, you could try to use that, you could even castle, if you want, so, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, and he castles, okay, see, castling is good, but he did it way too early. Aidan castled way too early. He has to check first, and then castling was a good move, but he didn't check, he just castled right then, so, I don't know what the story was with that, I don't know what was going on there, I don't know why he did that, because at this point, the rook is useless, what is the rook going to do? The rook can go there, I guess, and then try to put pressure on, like, I don't even know, because we can go there, stopping the pawn from advancing, right? But, okay, so maybe you can try there, stop pawn from advancing, and then doing that, and then posting take, and then have, like, and then maybe try to set up the bishop here, like, assuming that would never happen. But, whatever. Say it's trying to set up the bishop there, and then he's, like, this is just complicated. I don't really see too much in castling. Like, I don't see the point in that, really. Because at this point, there's this, which, obviously take. But there is then that, which is a free pawn. And then if he takes, if the queen takes, it's that. So, this is a complicated position, and there's also a lot of stuff that Josh can do here to win. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just trying to force the queen back, obviously a good move. Well, see, it's a pretty good move, right? Because, obviously, if Aidan is blindsided by, oh, look, free pawn and check, you just blundered, and then he doesn't realize that the queen's right there. But I don't think it's going to happen. Aidan's a pretty strong player, right? Yeah, okay, obviously he moves back. Good move. No problem with that at all. Okay, yep, this is exactly what I'm talking about, because before, if he had just moved back here, there was going to be pressure on that, so he wouldn't do that. But now that he moved here, he can take for free, right? So, at this point, Josh still has a winning position, and see, what is he really going to do here? Well, I'll tell you what he's going to do. This is a free pawn. It's just a free pawn. There's literally nothing that is stopping him doing that. It's a free pawn, 100%. And if he's worried about, like, check, right, because that's check, and, like, he's fine, because you can literally take there, you can take there. If you take here, then you can take there. There's this. There's just no reason to worry about check. So, that's a free pawn. That's, like, the only good move here that I can really see, like, immediately. I'm sure there's other good moves, but, like, that's like, the move you have to do to even try to win this here. Oh, okay. Well, he didn't do that move, which is a problem. I would think Aidan would see that, but whatever. That's fine. And I guess what he's trying to do here is trying to set this up, maybe, right? Trying to set that up, and then take, check. And then mate soon enough because of that, and then maybe trying to do that. Because now the queen is here, and do that. Yeah, like, I see what the plan was, but he just didn't see the free pawn. He was blindsided by his plan, which was the problem, because there was a free pawn right there. But, whatever. Okay, that's a fine move. There's better moves, but, like, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that too much. See, because, obviously trying to protect the pawn here, which wasn't really your problem in the first place. That pawn, because at this point, what he could have done is actually protected with this pawn instead of protecting with the bishop, and then having, because, if he does that, there's then this, because now this is protected. Well, this is already protected, so actually, there's really, but then this is already protected, and that's already protected, so, there was better moves, but that was a fine move. I don't have too much problem with that. That was an okay move. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Good move, actually. That's a good move. Because, obviously, he had the pawn earlier. That was free. But now he has the pawn when you take it with the rook, which is also fine. Fine move, good move. Maybe trying to stop, perhaps, okay, you could have been trying to stop, like, this, and then trying to stop like that, because then it's take and then take if he goes there. So, yeah, I kind of see that. I see the reason to do that other than taking the pawn, but obviously the pawn is the objective. It's just a free pawn. After that, though, okay, yeah, the move I was trying to say earlier, right, see, this move would have been good earlier, but at this point, there's no reason to do that, because now the rook is also putting pressure on this, this queen is putting pressure on it, and in one move, that's putting pressure on it. So, honestly, at this point, now there's really not a reason to do that. Well, there is, because it's still, it's still trying to protect that one pawn. Because at this point, there's this, and there's this, all on this one pawn. And so, yeah, I see the point here, but if you did it earlier, it would have been way better. But at this point, it's fine, It's a whatever move. Like, I don't see too much problem with that. Also, thinking about this, Aidan also has this queen still here. That's free, because before the pawn was there going to take. But, at this point, there's this, and if he's trying to, because after that, there's this, and if he moves that, there's this, and if he, even if he goes, here to try to protect, right, there's because it's still here, if you try to protect there, he still has a better position, because that'd be probably the best move, but there's still a better position, so, whatever. Okay. That is not a great move. Okay, see, what this move does is it attempts a fork, it attempts that, and also trying to get that, but this isn't even a fork, because there's still this protecting the pawn there. I don't really see the point in that, because also, because there's this rook here, and also there's the pawn here, so you can't even advance past taking this. And, if you do that, it's still protecting both pieces, and it's still, But, there's a chance that Josh doesn't see that, and what does Josh do? I'll give him props. That's a pretty good position for white at this point. Josh is winning pretty good, and if he goes there, he can just retreat naturally. Right, let's see what he does. Yep, that's fine. Good move. No problem with that at all, really. It keeps... Josh still has his good position. It's still winning, but, whatever. Ooh, okay. I really don't... I really don't see a point in that. I'm not sure what that's trying to do. Unless he was trying to... If he was anticipating this, and then maybe he didn't realize that this bishop is, right here, and maybe he thought that he had to have something there to, protect the king. I don't know what that move was. Because at this point, there's a lot of, wow. Yeah. Also, at this point, this is still free. That is, now absolutely free, because this rook is fine, and this is absolutely free. So, yeah, I don't see a point in that. Yep, of course, it takes, it's free. There's no point not to take, right? Yeah, Josh kind of messed up with that move. That was kind of the move that broke the camel's back. So, what is there now? There's still things that can be done. Gosh, there's not really, I don't really see too much here. Okay, no, there is, I guess there is this, which is fine, because at this point, because it frees up that, and if he wastes his time taking, which he shouldn't, but if he does, there is, those things, honestly, I think that's probably the best move, is taking, but, moving that rook was really not good. Okay, let's see what... Yeah, okay, so he doesn't play the best move, I think, in my opinion. So, yeah, what else now? Okay, so... There is putting pressure on this pawn, with the queen, and then... Because at that point, that pawn is only pressured by this, and if something this, and then, that, maybe, and then that, but if there's that, and then there's that, right? No, that, right? It's taking. So, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, and there's a lot of it that's not good. That's bad. That's really bad. But, whatever. Because Aidan has the winning position at this point. I think Aidan could win this. It was really close, but I don't know. At this point, Aidan doesn't. If Aidan plays his things right, there's definitely a good chance to win this. Oh, and of course, just starting off by taking the pawn, right? It's a free pawn. So yeah, obviously takes the pawn. And at this point, it's honestly... Oh, hold on. Let me go back. Let me say, at this point, it's pretty much even. Like, I really don't think that there's too much good or bad about either's position. Like, of course, Aidan's up on material, because he has 2 pawns, 2 knights, and then Josh has 3 pawns and a bishop, so Aidan's up on material. But, like, position-wise, there's good things that all of them can do, that both of them can do. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely stuff here, there's that, which put pressure because of that, right? And if he does that, then there's that, which is putting pressure there. So, yeah, there's a lot, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Let's see if Josh does this, because if he does, that's going to be the best move. You know what? I see his game plan here, because I see that in the future, right? And then he has to go either here or... Actually, no, he has to go here, because the protected by the rook. So I do see this, and then protected by the rook, and then that, and then maybe trying to after that though I don't really see too much. I don't know. Maybe try to advance the knight, trying to advance the rook, maybe the bishop. Or actually, or the rook, like going there, like trying to go there, maybe. There's stuff. There's things you can do. But I understand. I understand why I did that. Honestly, probably best move right now for Josh is to protect. Just try to stop that. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that's not a good move. That is really not a good move. So, Aidan, if he wants to, he can initiate a rook trade. But knowing Aidan and his playstyle, he does not like trading very often. Very interesting. He doesn't like trading, right? So, let's say he takes, right? I honestly think that's the best move, but I don't think he's going to see it, because I don't think that's part of his playstyle, really. But that is probably the best move. And then obviously you take with the pawn, right? It's a trade. So after that, though, what Josh has isn't really much. Like, I mean, there's this trying to like go against it's putting pressure on the knight there, which is fine. But then there's still this, right? Which is stopping that, and also putting pressure here, which that's pretty good. Like for the future, that's good. That's good. Actually, no, even going here, right? Even going here, which puts pressure on this pawn, and then after that, going here, which is saving the queen. It's free, not a free pawn, not a free queen anymore. So yeah, that's definitely the best move. Honestly, I think is trading, because what even else is there? I mean, there's if you really want to be protected, you could go there, but that then stops the pressure from your queen. So honestly, I don't think he's gonna see it, but that trading is definitely the best move. Oh, jeez. Okay, so he does what he's gonna trade. Like, he is thinking of trading, right? But he wants to do it on his terms. He wants to trade on his terms, which is fine. That's a pretty common idea, trade on your own terms. Except what he doesn't realize is that it isn't a trade, because there's that, and then there's that, and then that's a free pawn. So, yeah, I guess he didn't see the bishop there. Okay, so hopefully Josh does see the bishop. Yep, of course he does. Yep. So Josh does see the bishop, and obviously he's gonna take it right now. Yep, and then obviously you're gonna have to take the pawn, right? Except you do take the pawn, but not with the rook. You take it with the queen. Want to know why? Because after he takes with the queen, right? If he puts pressure, he can't put pressure there, because the queen's there, and also, but I know what you're saying. You're like, yeah, but still, if you can't go there, because put pressure on the, you can't go there. You're putting pressure with the rook too. Yeah, but with the rook, like, even if there is pressure there is still this, which puts pressure on the rook, right? After that, so don't take the rook. You take with the queen, right? Okay, he took with the rook, so whatever. Like, it's fine. It's not that bad. Like, I was honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of hyping up how bad that move was gonna be, but that move is fine. Like, it's whatever. It's a whatever move, but definitely should have taken with queen, right? Okay, so f6 now is. Okay, so at this point, what can be done for Aidan here? Because honestly, Aidan's position is good. Like, Aidan's position is good enough that he has a chance to win this, right? But there's definitely a lot of moves here that could end in his downfall. Like, for sure. Right? Like, if he's thinking of doing that, right, if he does that, which is a reasonable move, like, that's not bad, because it puts pressure on this, obviously, puts pressure on this, and the future, and go there, after, go there, you know, like, this stuff. But if he does that, then, since the rook is there, yeah, just pin the bishop. You just pin the bishop. So, yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want your bishop to get pinned. So, you know, let's see what he does. Okay. So, that move was not good. I don't see any reason to do that. And no, I kind of do. Because, actually, no, I don't. I see no reason to do that. Honestly, I'm sure Aidan had some kind of plan, but I really don't see anything in that. Because that not only blocks that, it also blocks this. Also blocks any pressure on that square. Also blocks any pressure on this square, or this square. Or this square, or this square. Like, it's really just, yeah, wow. I don't understand that move. If he went, let's say if he went there, I would kind of understand that, but because he wants to stop that, so he wants him instead to go there to take the pawn, right, and then go there because he's kind of trapped now. He kind of retreat or go back here even, but at that point, yeah, if he goes back there because the queen is here, there's that, and then you can't pin, right? So I can understand that, but pawn f6, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. I really don't get that. You know what? Whenever there is, because okay, obviously you can pin the bishop, which is fine, but there's also a different move. There's also this now, right? Because it's pressure on the queen. It was pressure. It was pressure on the knight here, right? And also, it stops the bishop from doing that. Which, if it was a chance in the future that pawn needed to be defended, that's gonna stop that. So yeah, okay, yep, fine move. Fine move. I don't have a problem with that because obviously pinning the bishop is a good thing. You do want to do that. So what else is there? What is there for Aidan now? Aidan has a couple moves here, right? He can try to do that to try to put pressure on this pawn, right? And also, eventually, if he did that, well, if he'd just done that earlier, this would make a lot of sense. But if he puts pressure there, after that pawn moves, he can put pressure on that and take. But currently, you probably shouldn't do that, because if he does that, that's a free bishop. But what he also could do is he could go there, protecting the king. So, it's fine. Oh, okay. So instead of protecting the king, he decided to move his look there. I don't understand that, honestly. Was he trying to... So, okay, so let's say he was going there, which he wouldn't because of this, but because of the queen. But if he does go there, right, let's say he does that, we would take and then do that, and then after that, he would go there, but there's no way that he's taking at this point because of this queen. So, I don't understand the full game plan, but whatever, right? Okay. So, we're completely removing the pawn and the bishop, which I don't see any point in that, but whatever. It completely removes the pawn and the bishop. So, actually, probably going there is better, because there's pressure on that, and so if he goes there trying to at least save a pawn, there's no way because of the queen. So, yeah, there's some stuff you can do here, and, oh, that is not one of the things you can do here. You know, a couple moves back, that would have made sense to me. That would have made sense, right? Because moved there, and then he's there, right? If he did that at this point, that would be fine. But since he did that here, I don't get that move. I don't get that move at all. Because I really don't. I don't get that move. Because, like, also, no, this is a free pawn. That pawn is free. Because there's nothing protecting it. There's nothing protecting that pawn. And then also, there's a pressure on the rook, on the bishop. So, yeah, I don't see any point in that. I don't understand that at all. Okay. He doesn't take the pawn. He instead puts pressure on the knight. Which, I don't know if you realized, but he can't take the knight because there's a pawn here. So, I don't understand that move at all. Okay. So, I don't get that. I don't see any point in that. But give Josh benefit of the doubt. Maybe he had a plan in his head. I don't know. Right. Okay. Yeah, this is just, it's fine for Josh. Right? Because there's that, which is then pressure there, and stops mate. So, that's, the Josh is fine here, if he plays the right move. Right? Or even, you know, if he goes here, which isn't as good as obviously F3, but if he goes E2, that's still fine because it stops mate immediately. But let's see. Okay, this is the end of the game. I think, unless he doesn't see mate, which obviously he does because that's what he's been paying for the entire game. And yep, that's mate. Okay. Well, that was a good game. That was a real fun, good game.